This is Act 2. Thank you, guys. This is Act 2, Part 2.
Scene 13.
I get to say another word.
Scene 13, safe house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right. You were.
Okay.
Cut to John and Hope getting back to Andrew's safe house. Hope runs up to Kat, who's sitting down. Kat gets up and hugs Hope.
How'd it go?
He's like, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah.
Where's my Oscar?
When you respawn in Halo after like 30 minutes, and you're like, ah, and then you die. Like this scene.
Alright. Walk in the park, actually.
How'd you get out?
Got a little heated. We made it out without being followed, though.
You sure?
Positive.
Alright, fine. You're probably exhausted. Let's get ready for bed.
Ooh.
Yeah, sleep sounds pretty good.
I was talking to Hope.
Right. Of course you were.
Everyone starts
Because who
settling
wants to
down.
talk to me, right?
Everyone starts settling down. John sits by the fire. Kat is putting Hope to bed. Andrew packing a small bag.
I'm gonna go get some water and some more wood. Kat, wanna tag along? Land comes together.
Let's go play tag.
And then she says no, then everything won't work. I wasn't planning.
I think we should wait till it's morning. It's too dark.
No, it's fine. I know a bag that even the Rips don't know about.
Of course you do. Reading this now, I'm like, of course he does. Because why the hell not?
He's got to convince the other people.
I don't understand. No, he's got to convince the one girl he's trying to repopulate with. Sorry.
All right.
Still, I think I'll just stay here. I'm pretty tired.
Okay. John, you wanna tag along?
No thanks. I need to make sure the safe house stays safe. I think it would be better taken care of if I was here. No offense, Kat.
Actually, offense taken.
Alright. Cool.
Alright, well, I'll be back soon.
Okay, bye. Bye, Andrew. Have fun going
Off for another 40 scenes.
Or forever.
Yeah.
Forever, he never comes back.
Andrew walks away.
We thought we see Andrew's dead body laying in the road somewhere later. Just like, oh no!
No, it's just Earthbound. It's just...
No, just
Slides
no.
out.
It's like After Earth, and it just follows you for the rest of the movie.
Andrew walks off, painfully aware that he has no friends. You start to hear Kat singing a lullaby to Hope to help her sleep. Hope falls asleep. Kat kisses her forehead, gets up, and sits with John by the fire. Andrew is gone, by the way. But you know.
Andrew's gone, by the way. Just saying. Can't stress that enough.
For a long...
No, not that long. You come back. You're actually the catalyst for the next action scene. Oh boy!
Did you hear
That means I messed up.
My thumb tells me otherwise, my friend.
I wrote it. I know.
Calm down.
All right.
All right.
What were you singing?
It was a song that my mom sang to me when I was little. It helps her sleep.
Well, you have a beautiful singing voice.
Well, thank you. I bet you're not too bad yourself.
Oh no, I'm terrible.
Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure you're alright.
I tried it once. Wasn't very good at it.
Well, do you do anything besides writing in that notebook of yours?
Play guitar, or I used to.
How long?
How long ago has this been going on?
About 5 years.
And 7 then.
Wow, that's awesome. You don't play anymore.
Well, I don't have a guitar, so no. Don't have any space to carry it, or time to play it.
I see. Do you miss it?
Yeah, sometimes.
What did you do before this?
I was a journalist for the New York Times.
That sounds so...
That sounds so-so. I'm just kidding.
No. That was meant to be. That was meant to be. She was trying to find something.
I know. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. So it was.
Survey says.
Survey says.
By the way, the answer to that is that it was terrible. It was terrible. What's going on?
Why?
Well, no,
Exactly
no,
why.
it's terrible. You say why? Because it's right after that.
Why?
Can only write what my chief editor told me to write. Most of the time, it was lies about New York politicians. just made me feel dirty lying to the people, twisting my words to match the distorted image of a poor, unexpected man who was just taking his
Suspected.
A poor, unsuspected man.
Unexpected.
Sorry.
Out of nowhere.
Let me try that again. Twisting my words to match the distorted image of a poor, unsuspected man who was just taking his granddaughter out to dinner. Instead, the front page talks about how the Supreme Court judge has a mistress.
Whoa.
Right? Yeah, I know. Fucked up, isn't it? Sorry.
Whoa. Well, when you put it like that, you could have quit.
Yeah, I could have, but I had pills. I had pills.
I have pills to bay.
Yeah, I could have, but I had bills to pay. Every paper was like that, so.
So you're from the East?
Yeah, last time I checked, New York City. Last time I checked, New York Times was published from the East Coast. Yeah.
Oh, what is
I know, I'm a douche. I know.
douche can
Douche, yes.
Douche.
Douche, thank you very much.
Douche Freightliner.
watch the attitude. I'm just trying to make small talk.
Never asked you to. I mean, I know.
Yeah. So unlikable.
Oh, just wait. I know. Well, no, he has a reason to be distant and be kind of cynical because his whole world is gone to
Everyone's world's gone.
Excuse.
That's a good point.
All right, Cat.
Andrew's just like,
What?
so what were they like?
What do you mean?
The rallies. What were they like?
Like hell on earth.
I can only imagine.
Well, yeah.
Like, what happened?
Well, they would escort everyone into the lobby area. The windows were covered. They'd say something reassuring like, everyone stay calm. We'll make sure everyone gets to where they need to go, and everyone will be taken care of. Right there, I should have known something was wrong. They started splitting us into two groups, male and female, and they started lining us up. Then they'd open fire.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. That's what takes place with more silence. Just
Scrat.
He's just like pew 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 pew.
yes, exactly.
Skibbity pop pop.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyone special? Yes, no, maybe so.
How do we get on this topic?
Me asking is how.
Oh, I read that completely different. I was like, me asking is how.
Me asking is how.
I think it's how. I'd rather not talk about it, actually.
I understand.
Thank you.
You know, whatever happened, it's not your fault.
I said I don't want to talk about it. What the hell? I'm sorry, I'm adding a little stuff here.
A little more douchey.
Adding a little more sauce. A little more sauce.
I know, but you should.
Oh my gosh.
That's why you so bitter.
I don't know what my fascination with the letter I is in this and why I gotta throw that everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay.
These could be mine.
All right. Let's try to get through 2 pages without.
I know, sorry.
I know, but you shouldn't dwell on the past. Maybe that's why you're so bitter.
Where do
Dr.
you-
Phillip in this.
Oh, just wait. What are you, a philosophy major?
Psychologist, actually.
I told you.
Why am I outside for this?
This is perfect.
God.
It's like, so tell me, what am I thinking of right now?
I'm a psychologist, not a psychic.
Well, maybe you
Not
should
a
have.
physic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Thank you for reading it the way I meant it to say.
Not a physic.
I'm not a
I
physicist.
just wanted it to be read because it's just so funny.
Oh my gosh.
On the
make it-
force of gravity.
That would make her sound so dumb. I'm a psychologist, not a physic.
Not a second. Maybe you should have paid more attention in class. Maybe you missed the day when they taught how to read people's minds.
Maybe you missed the day in elementary school when they taught manners.
Oh no, I was there. I was just too preoccupied with sticking crayons up my nose, eating glue, pulling the little girls' ponytails. You know, little boy stuff.
John had grown up in a manor because that's what they studied.
Oh, so charming.
Isabel, you have a speaking line. Yes, that's why I said it.
Oh, shut up and kiss already.
Rolls over and goes back to sleep. That is what Hope did.
That is what Hope did. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hello. Well, you heard her.
You're not serious.
Ha ha. No, I was kidding.
Right. Good.
Andrew bursts into the room, shutting the door.
Yes, it was.
Really?
Yes, it was. I didn't change anything.
You're back.
Andrew bursts into the room, shutting the door behind him dramatically.
Well, this was in the Word document. I don't know if the PDF might be different. The Word document. This is how the dialogue was for the most part.
What did you do?
Look, I know. Yeah, I know exactly.
You like water? You like drinking?
Shut up.
You want to stay hydrated? I gotta take this.
Andrew bursts into the room, shutting the door behind him.
Cover up the windows and man the back door now.
Ross.
Worse. Rips.
Oh,
shit. Yep. Oh, actually, well, yeah.
Cat, get Hope. Get Hope in the room and stay in there.
No, you need my help.
John grabs Kat by the shoulders and looks right into her eyes.
No, what I need you to do is be safe.
Okay, come on, Hope, let's go.
John!
And Andrew proceeds to barricade the doors and windows. Andrew tosses his shotgun that was lined by things, and they prepare to fight. Rip starts slipping in through the cracked doors and past the barricade. And Andrew are able to dispose of them rather quickly. Sees that one of the Rip's hands is reaching for Andrew through the window.
Andrew! Talk!
John fires at the hand in a mist of blood and mangled hand debris. Hand debris rains up to the floor. Andrew looks at John and nods in appreciation. Andrew takes one of the pool sticks.
You're welcome, buddy.
Starts Jack.
Andrew takes one of the pool sticks and starts to jab the Rips through the holes in the window barricade. After all the Rips are off the windows, they focus on the single remaining entrance with hands clawing at the edges.
Okay, I'm going to open the door slowly. I'm going to open the door slowly as I can, letting one through at a time. While I'm doing that, you shoot the ones that come through, okay?
He tosses Andrew his shotgun.
Why do you seem so casual about this?
Just shut up and focus.
John proceeds to open the doors. One by one, Rips start to rush in. Andrew seems panicked at first, but slowly picks up a rhythm. Then, as quickly as the Rips appeared,
just imagine this all as an action. Like you're not seeing anything, but you're doing a lot.
Then, as quickly as the Rips appeared, they had taken care of all of them. At that moment, at least they were safe. Andrew lowers the gun. With his adrenaline still running high...
Well, that escalated quickly.
Really?
John makes his way to the back room where Kat and Hope are.
I just want to say real quick, I added all of that description because basically all of that was written was in parentheses, Rip's attack, improvised choreography. Oh no, choreography to be determined.
Andrew starts dancing.
Yeah. So yeah, I had written almost like all that stuff in because just that.
Yeah, it was just like, we'll figure this out when the date
Like
comes.
the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy when he's like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, time to. All right.
Andrew.
Oh no, well that is good. Really. I said really. So John makes his way to the
John makes his way back to the room where Kat and Hope are.
What?
John opens the door.
Is it safe?
Wouldn't be coming back here if it wasn't. Come on.
They all walk back to...
I know. I mean, come on. Think.
I'm gonna watch it. She's gonna. Why?
I mean, think before you speak.
They all walk to the other room where the chaos had just ensued. They all think about how big a douche John is.
It's like he's a big douche.
Holy crap, you guys really did a number out here.
Yeah, look at. Yeah, Andrew's the ones with all the cleaning.
I'm sweeping, but with a mop. I'm like, this is how you use it.
No, but
The top of the mop.
The top of the mop is up here, and
Yeah, I'm just poking.
I'm stabbing, but the things won't stick.
Yeah, these are just the ones that got in.
Hope slowly walks out to the other room in horror of what was in the room.
Hope, it's okay. They're all dead. There's nothing to worry about. Sorry, what? Oh. Are you sure?
Nope.
John gives a devilish smirk.
Jerry.
Kat smacks him on the arm.
Thank you for the sound effect. Wow.
I should have slept Doug.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, they're all dead. I'm going to get ready for bed.
What about all the leftovers?
Me and Andrew got it. Hope.
Andrew went on.
Oh no, that was supposed to be down there. I don't know why that's there.
That's fine. She got it.
That's the joke.
Yeah, I know exactly. All right, sorry. Let me do that again. Okay, let's do that again.
All right, start again with what all the leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about all the leftovers?
me and Andrew got it.
Andrew and I.
John glares at her. She glares back and runs off to the other room. Scene 14. Safe house.
Yeah.
Everyone is cutting themselves and getting ready to bed. Everyone is cutting themselves, getting ready for bed. Oh, wait. Cuts to everyone getting ready for bed.
I know one person. But in the back of a knife. The back of the knife. I'm like, why won't it cut? I'm invincible.
Hope walks in. What do you? What?
The director's like, cut! And you're like, yeah!
No, it's over. I have not me.
It's like, not yet, it isn't. Not yet, it isn't.
Okay. Cuts to everyone getting ready for bed.
Hey, John.
Yep.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Just get some rest.
Cuts to Ross standing by his Jeep with binoculars. He takes a
damn.
big drag from a mostly smoked cigar before flicking it on the ground.
Women won, whoever that was.
When do you want us to go in, sir?
Wait till morning. They had a long day. Give them a chance to get some rest.
Why?
That's terrifying.
Because he's a sadistic. I know, he's just like, wait.
It gets
You can have
worse.
a long
Scene 15.
No, no. He's just,
That's actually a little too.
He has a short start.
Well, we're gonna give him a bum knee because, like ex-marine, something.
yeah, well, which is explained later.
Alright.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Did you say lit? Oh my god.
Disability.
Yeah. Best part is
Purple heart.
Sorry.
Die for your country.
Alright. So,
Scene 15, safe house. Cuts to John waking up to Andrew, Kat, and Hope tied up.
Andrew, what'd you do?
I don't know.
what the?
Immediately gets grabbed by two of Ross's men and brought up to his knees. Brought up to knees, holding his arms behind his back.
He was laying down and he was just getting up, and then they brought him up so that he was up on his knees. That's how that was supposed to be. Yes.
He's like,
Let them go.
But I thought you didn't care about them.
Ross holds up John's journal and waves it in the air to taunt John. John is stunned and anxious as to why he has it.
Where did you get that?
Oh, this? Just your bag. You are a journalist. I thought you'd appreciate an audience.
Just leave them out of this. I'm the one you want.
And why is that?
I'm the one that freed all the prisoners.
Really?
Ross puts the journal in his armpit, deep in his armpit, and begins to clap slowly as he walks toward John. As he gets within a few feet of John, Ross crouches down while still clapping slowly.
Yes. That whole, the scene was supposed to be like this intimidating scene where you see him walking, clapping slowly, and then getting like an inch from his face. It was like this whole scene was supposed to be really intense. All right, so you guys are
After the clammy sweating, he gets about an inch away from John's face before he speaks again.
I don't recall asking.
You know what? I don't either, actually.
Ross gives John a right hook across the face, leaving a noticeable red mark between his lower lip and chin.
I'll make sure you learn respect, boy. Even if I have to beat it into you.
We're going to be here for a while, aren't we?
Ross punches him again.
You will respect my authority.
Wow, you didn't tell me you were from South Park. How's Kenny?
He gets punched again.
Yes, we wrote that joke in. We weren't above that joke.
No, we were like, wait a minute.
Authority? Yes. Okay, we get punched again. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
He continues to get punched again and again. Everyone, including Ross's men, cringe at the display. Ron looks back at Kat.
Ron?
Ross.
Where did Ron come from?
Get in here.
Where did...
Plot twist, this was a Harry Potter fanfic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Ross
Ron's the
looks back at
Swanson?
Ron's the new Dark Lord. Alright.
Swanson shows up, saves everyone.
Alright. Oh, shh.
I gotta say, your boyfriend here, he's got some balls.
He's not my boyfriend.
Well, you could have fooled me the way you reacted when I did this.
Ross whips around and punches John.
It's like, yeah! It's like a Perrier.
Yeah.
Does the Michael Jackson spin just like, fire! Sorry.
Yeah, we're killing the scene.
Sorry. Okay.
Your reaction reminds me of my wife's face when I told her I was going to Iraq.
What, pure joy?
Chill!
Alright,
Chill!
alright. Punches him again and quickly looks back at Cat.
Yeah, there, it is. I ruined that.
That's fine.
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah.
4 words I couldn't even say.
I was gonna say, I know that wasn't me. I knew I wrote that right.
He waves his finger at her as he points
Wait,
with
hold on.
excitement.
Let's have him reread that.
Alright.
You want to run me that line before?
Punches him again and quickly looks back at Cat.
Yeah, there it is.
He waves his finger at her as he points with excitement.
In mix of, no, please don't. I love you. You dirty piece of shit. How could you? What's wrong with you?
I know, that's the point.
You're crazy.
Well, we already did.
Sorry, right?
No.
No!
I scrolled down too far.
It's like, oh, I'm in the next scene. Hold on.
Alright. No, shut up. I'm not crazy. What's crazy is pledging your allegiance to something that never had your back in the first place.
What are you talking about, you freak?
In frustration, Ross takes a knife that was sheathed. Ross takes the knife that was sheathed in his belt and throws it into the ground so it sticks.
In 3 seconds, I'll show you what a freak is.
Just right, I know. Yes, that's meant to have multiple meanings because he is a freak. All right, just let them go. I've done more wrong than they have. I deserve the punishment more than they do.
How noble of you. Cage him up.
No.
They
Sorry.
grab Cat, Hope, and Andrew and start to tie them
I
up.
thought they were already tied up.
That's what I said.
Tied up again.
Wait.
More rope.
More.
Why don't we just build a fence around their fence so that when they try to go do maintenance on the fence, they get caught in the other fence?
Oh dear. All right. Yeah, Isabel, you got a quick line here.
Okay. No, let them go.
No. No, that's not what it says.
Let me go.
Oh,
No,
right.
She doesn't care about them, only herself. No, let me go.
Isabel, me is them now. I speak for all of us. We are legion.
It's like, no, you can keep them tied up, but let me go.
She is all encompassing, all in one.
Yes. Okay.
No, let me
All
go.
for one.
Can you put a little more like
What?
because you're like frantic because you just got freed, so it's like you really don't want to go back. So
Like, let me go.
I'm not doing that.
Not like
a
that.
little more like
Like, someone's grabbing.
like more frantic, please. It's
Just
not that hard. Just
say
I
it.
know. No, let me go.
That's fine.
oh, fine, we'll take it. Isabel phoning it in here.
Hope headbutts one of the men trying to take her in the head.
Damn.
I think it was supposed to say more in the face. More in the face. She's supposed to be like.
Hope headbutts one of the men trying to take her.
Whoa.
As she scrambles to her feet, the man dropped a gun and Hope quickly picked it up and aims it at Ross.
Oh damn.
Oh, I remember when we were practicing this. He's like, "Can you take a gun from my hand?" I was like, "Please." And then we tried it. Okay. He's like, "I'll do this," and I was like, "No." It's just,
Yeah, it was so funny.
I know. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Hope, stop.
Listen to your big sister. Little girls shouldn't play with guns.
He's right. You should leave this to the adults. Oh yeah, this part sucked.
The camera pans back to reveal
Oh
that
my
in the
gosh.
commotion, John had gotten himself free from the guards holding him.
Of course he
and had a gun fixed on Ross.
He's there.
I think
He's there, not saying
He's
anything.
still tied up and he's eating chips still tied up.
He's just got a guard feeding him chips. He's guard
Bag
also, I'm like,
No. The guard's eating the
Empty
Skittles.
tosses the
The
bag.
guard, but
The bag.
the guard is eating Skittles, but but Andrew's being fed stale chips.
they're like trays.
My favorite.
Chips on you. I love
Okay.
stale Lays.
Oh
The
man.
word ale isn't stale, so I
Okay.
love these.
All right, Ross, you gotta learn.
Oh, very clever, Mr. Moore.
I've learned a few things. You should find better knot tires.
I think you're right.
Shoots man.
Yeah.
Let's finish this old school.
Drops his gun and finishes it old school.
Oh my.
Drops his gun and puts up his fists. John tosses his gun aside and puts up his own hands.
Oh yeah, this I had to add this whole part because it also said fight choreography to be determined.
The two men begin to brawl. It is clear that Ross has had military training and that he is just toying with John. John goes in for a punch and gets kneed in the stomach. John falls to his knees in pain with Ross then grabbing his hair and moshing it into the floor.
I added this part because I thought it would be a nice little thing to add in there.
Ross bends down to John's ear.
Yeah, I know.
By the
Well, no, he likes to mess with people, right? So,
Yeah, no, I remember, yeah.
okay, all right.
by
go
the
for it.
by.
By the way, while I was reading your journal, I just have to say, I think it was your fault.
In a sudden burst of rage, John elbows Ross in the gut and quickly rolls over and grabs the gun and shoots frantically. Blam, 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 blam. Blam. Hitting Ross in the shoulder, killing one of the two men holding Andrew.
Andrews.
Cat.
Andrew accidentally gets shot. It's like, oh well.
It's like accidentally shooting Andrew. Oh, well, damn.
I'll still eat it.
He shoots the his back, and Andrew still has one chip in his hand, and he goes,
Pull through the chip.
In a sudden burst of rage, John elbows Ross in the gut and quickly rolls over, grabs the gun, and shoots frantically. He hits Ross in the shoulder, kills one of the two men holding Andrew, Cat, and Hope. Then, only managing to hit the other one in the arm, they take the window to run. John quickly picks up his journal before following the others. After them! Get in the trucks!
He eats. Why are they all so?
Miley on 7.
Oh, man one. I don't know. I don't know who's supposed to be man one or man two.
I was
or
man
whatever.
one before.
I think we skipped 3 and 4 and 5, and it goes to 6 and 7 at the end. I don't remember.
Man 3 or 4.
Okay, all right.
After them! Get in the trucks!
Let him go. We know exactly where to look.
Ross hobbles over to a map on the wall with locations marked. Scene 15 again. Old neighborhood park.
Is it scene 15 twice?
I think so. That's
No
fine.
way.
Don't worry, dude. This is.
It's fun.
Oh, okay.
They all slow down and stop running to stop and catch their breath. They come across an abandoned park with swings and slides
yeah.
and some shade under the trees.
I think we'll be safe. For now, we can rest here.
John and Andrew sit down while Kat and Hope go over to the swings.
So, what's the next move?
Wow.
You know what? Let's just enjoy the quiet.
I like the sound of that.
Okay.
Quiet?
Pulls out a bag of lace. Where are you getting these from? You always have chips. I always have chips.
Actually, this is a new concept I want to run by you called quirks.
All noise, except for the chips, seems to fade away as the four of them enjoy what seems to be the most peace they have felt in a long time. Both Kat and Hope are enjoying themselves on the swings.
Again, this was one of those parts where it's in parentheses, just like they enjoy things, and it's like, okay, it needs a little more than that.
John sits under the shade as he keeps an eye out for potential threats. Andrew goes off to see if he can find any drinkable water either from fountains or any sprinkler systems. Suddenly, John looks back in horror
Oh no!
as he sees Andrew getting attacked by a zombie. John runs and grabs Andrew and throws him to the side and kills the zombie with Andrew's body. Not that part. John slowly turns around with a concerned look on his face as he reaches for his gun.
Andrew?
There is no response as John lifts up his gun.
Kills John. He kills him.
Andrew, talk to me.
Silence. Andrew slowly gets up as you see the bite mark on his neck.
I love how it's like genuine reaction of like, oh no. Sorry. I have to do this. Sorry.
Wait, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not. You can't stand me. You've wanted to get rid of me ever since we met. You just had to have a good excuse.
Damn, it's really sad. Having it read out loud, that's actually really sad. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
Spoiler alert, less lines for Andrew coming up.
No, I was thinking, when you said earlier, I was like, I think the next time you say something is when you die. But I was wrong. You have like 2 or 3 other lines.
Spoiler alert, he's not immune.
Alright. Of course not. Stop being such a drama queen. Look, until recently I've deliberately kept myself away from people to avoid this. I don't want to lose anyone else. But for Kat, Hope, and my safety, I have to do this. You said it yourself. This thing might be evolving, changing people faster, and who knows how much time you have left.
Then just do it. There's no point in dragging us out any longer.
Andrew yields and raises his arms in surrender.
Sorry.
Do it!
Do it. John pulls a
Just go. Just go away! Okay.
All right. John pulls the trigger. From a distance, you see From a distance, you see that the shot goes off and Andrew falls down dead. John lowers his gun.
Well, no, he was standing, and from a distance, you're supposed to see like the gunshot, and then Andrew just kind of
Like,
But was it
just
only
shoot
on the
me.
ground?
No, it said he got up.
Oh.
Didn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. All right.
That was a killer performance.
All right.
Wow.
One more before you go.
Yeah.
Stop block. Yes.
Oh man.
Come on.
Well, I know it's not my line. Come on, we can't stay here.
John, Kat, and Hope, not Andrew, flee the area. Later, the three set up camp for the
Andrew's
night.
dead. We can't stress that enough.
They're all in disbelief of the events that had transpired that day, but least of those is Andrew dying. They expected that.
Well, what do we do now?
Yeah, what do you do now without me? I don't know. You don't have anyone to get you water. You don't have anybody to do anything.
It was my house.
Speaking of water, I am actually thirsty. You know, after all those lots of lines.
I'm parched.
Hope, not now.
Yeah, such math.
Well, that's a valid question.
No, that's true. From now on, from now until we find the boat, we all stay together. No one goes anywhere without a partner. And since there's only three of us, we all move as one. If one person has to take a piss, we all take a piss. We'll make it to where the person can have their privacy, but we must be practically joined at the hip.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I know.
Sounds weird. What?
There's the voice of reason.
I was like, that sounds weird.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you don't want to, you can always just go off by yourself and just end up like Andrew did,
Okay, you know what?
with a bullet in your head, or even worse.
I'm sorry.
That's exactly how I imagined you reading that line.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's fine. You should get ready for bed. Tomorrow we get off this rock. See? Told you. That's what I was thinking about.
Scene 16. News safe house. Cuts to later that night.
Yeah, because you just found one.
Yeah. At
We're
this,
just walking up to someone.
or maybe they just
Well, there's a lot of abandoned houses, so I imagine it's just like.
they redecorated the safe house. New safe house.
Oh,
Cuts to later that night. At this point, they have found a new safe house. Everyone is getting ready for bed. John is writing in his journal. Hope comes up from behind John and looks over his shoulder. She sees a picture of Rochelle and John that John has taped in his journal.
Who's that?
Don't scare me like that.
Who is that?
Someone. Now, can you please leave me alone?
Come on, tell me. Was she your sister, girlfriend, friend? Sorry.
Girlfriend, friend?
Girlfriend, friend.
No one. Damn.
Hey, sorry.
Her name was Rochelle. I've assimilated myself. She was my fiance.
What happened?
John sighs. He closes and puts his journal down. Well, let me tell you a
Yes, I
story,
know.
young lady.
Yes.
Let me tell you a
Yes.
really long story.
Yeah, look at all this dialogue I get to read.
Poor Andrew.
Are you rubbing it in his face?
No, I'm just saying, like, look, like,
Look.
Gee, you want to read this for me? Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
He's gonna feel it worse.
We were setting up camp. She left to go look for some firewood. I told her to wait, and that I'd go with her. It would be safer that way. She said that she wasn't going too far, and she'd be fine. I don't know why I let it go. I guess I wasn't in an arguing mood. I was setting up camp, and that's when I heard it. Such a terrifying sound. A sound no man should ever have to hear. Such an ear-splitting scream. I can still hear it in my dreams. I got there as soon as I could, but it was too late. The Rip was dead, but she already been bitten. I took her back to the camp as if there was anything I could do. I was naive, angry, and terrified all at the same time. I left to go look for help, but when I couldn't find any, I ran back to at least be there for her in her last moments, but it was already too late. When I got back, it was eyes. It was cold, lifeless eyes. Blood fell from her lips like melting wax. She was gone. I couldn't save her. You know what's sad?
I don't even remember what I was doing that was so important that I couldn't just drop it and go with her. This journal, then anyone that reads it would be the only one that knows my story. I kept myself away from people intentionally to prevent this pain that I felt that day, to keep other people from feeling the same.
Wow, that's deep.
I mean, yeah. I used to write for a living, so I guess.
That's not your line.
I was a journalist.
I was a journalist.
He's coming up that he's a journalist.
I know, yeah. Just
What was Andrew before? I don't know.
We just know he ate.
No one will know.
It's funny. We came up with backstories for all the characters, so
It's like Andrew eats chips and Skittles, but it doesn't even say that.
the thing is, though, we came up with backstories for all the characters to make it easier to write for them, so it would
Right.
be more natural. But like Andrew was an engineer major at SDSU when everything went down. So so that's why he was able to make traps and stuff like that. That's why he was so good at that, but he wasn't good at the fighting and all the other things.
And the brain things.
And the brain things. But that never came up.
Like in real
So,
life.
Cool. There.
But we'll never know.
I was until
Everything went to hell.
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't know where my parents are. Most of me says they're gone, but a small part of me wants to believe they're still alive. Just gotta have faith.
Yeah, that.
What?
You had to be there. Okay. You need some sleep.
No way. I'm nocturnal.
Those bags under your eyes say otherwise.
What?
She frantically touches her face.
I'm
what?
just kidding. But you do need rest. We're getting up early tomorrow.
Okay.
Not kidding.
Night, John.
John takes a picture of him and Rochelle and takes a look at it. After looking at it for a while, he eventually tears it up and throws it in the fire.
End of Act 2. Act 3. Next time!